Story about crime and punishment. A few years ago, CBS News told you about a couple of men who were finally released from prison after doing hard time for a crime they didn't commit. You might be interested to see now what's become of them. CBS News correspondent John Blackstone shows us in this morning's Eye on America.
In a Los Angeles courtroom almost 3 years ago, the justice system corrected one of its mistakes.
Mr. Powell and Mr. Chance, you are free men.
Benny Powell and Clarence Chance were set free after spending 17 years in prison for a murder they did not commit.
Well, I can't really express the emotion. I know I was very, very happy.
I feel it's a special day for the whole world.
It was a day of particular joy for Jim McCloskey,
These guys never gave up.
the investigator who proved they were innocent. McCloskey specializes in freeing those wrongly convicted of murder.
All I ask of them is to lead a quiet, productive, self-reliant, trouble-free life.
Powell and Chance became both famous and wealthy. The city of Los Angeles paid them each $3.5 million for wrongful imprisonment.
I'm a singer and a songwriter, and I plan to go back into it. This time bigger and better.
Since then, the two have taken different roads.
Look at that expression.
Clarence Chance got married a year ago. 3 weeks ago, he became a father.
He just loves to eat.
Clarence and Nicole named their new daughter Justice.
We want justice to prevail. We want it to continue on.
The people of the state of California plaintiff versus Benny Jean Powell Jr.
But justice no longer seems so sweet to Benny Powell.
This is malicious prosecution. This is a complete vendetta.
Last month, he was found guilty of brutal sexual attacks.
He's a very violent sexual assaulter in that he threatens them repeatedly. He wants them to tell them that they enjoy it, that they like it. He makes, in our particular case, he made the woman call him master.
Benny Jean Powell Jr. guilty of a violation.
When Benny Powell is sentenced here in Riverside, California, he faces a maximum of 52 years in prison on a long list of sexual assault charges. Powell is now being held in the Riverside County Jail. Cameras aren't allowed, but in a taped interview, Powell denied the sexual assault, though he admitted heavy cocaine use. Now, in a way, you opened yourself up to trouble by getting involved in drugs again, all right?
That's true. I agree with that 100%, sir.
Benny had all the advantages, and he blew it.
Looking back to the day they gained their freedom, Benny Powell was ready to grasp the world. Clarence Chance seemed uncertain.
In the prison system, it's the same thing. Clarence Chance was just a part of the scenery. I've always been a person who was a doer.
But outside, Powell couldn't do. He showed up late for speeches, dropped off the lecture circuit, never finished his book or recorded a song. Chance's ambitions were more modest. He'd like to make a martial arts video. He's building a friendship with musician Bobby Womack, who's gone through troubled times himself.
That's always the goal. You always got to have a goal in life. And I think we both got one. Mm-hmm. Maybe we might sing something together. You might get...
It's bitter and sweet fruit from the same vine, is what it is.
There are now those who say Benny Powell should never have been released, but then Clarence Chance would have been denied his justice. In Riverside, California, John Blackstone for Eye on America.
And we'll have more.